It's Sunday morning and the 25 refugees who share this apartment are waking up and preparing for church. Lal Pei Nu is a deacon, so he and his family hurry to arrive before the service starts. Sunday is the one day of the week they will all venture out of this cramped apartment. A local church allows the refugees to hold their own service, and it's one of the few times this community comes together and forgets the violence they left behind.
Lady la Sonia, lady la Rinmoy in Liang and Dirla, Antrap Lemahan, Rakapan, Han, Bumupan, a joy la Ulasin Hanachia, Kate Inchunga, Kanma Inchunga, and Biakan, a joy in Liang Chetahan, a trap ngam lokan, I mean, Tita Troman, Tin Punk and Umsang, Makana, Tutian.
The family is ethnic Chin from Myanmar. With the aid of smugglers, the father got to Malaysia safely. But when his wife and daughters followed a year later, they were caught and thrown in detention for 7 months. The experience traumatized the entire family, and they live in fear of being imprisoned again.
Angkahal po sa angkahal po on katap zong ke ma lo tha ka cham zong katap pang mi khong khul khol thiam lo ni kul ni thum arak mla ba kha khan ka waton khola ka pa ke ka thi ko la ke na thi la lo chi nak na lu chang ka ti ma chu zong lung that nak ka pek la immigration ne kan no lo sta aran dang chok ka ti la minute par tin ka chon la ka ti la anga lo minute pathum lo nga ang ka ti la minute pathum te ka chon.
It turns out that their fears of detention are not unjustified. Once they left the service, a police sweep sent many of the parishioners back to the sanctuary of the church to wait out the raid. Malaysia is an urban country. More than 60% of its population lives in cities. More than 7 million people live in the capital, Kuala Lumpur, and the nearby Klang Valley. Most of the migrants come as part of a Malaysian government guest worker program and work legally in construction and service sectors. However, tens of thousands of refugees have also come to the city, looking for refuge. Yet they are not allowed to work legally, and this exacerbates their already tenuous existence. While refugees from Myanmar represent the largest group exiled in Malaysia, there are also smaller numbers of Somalis, Afghans, Sri Lankans, and other nationalities. There are over 67,000 refugees and asylum seekers registered with UNHCR. However, the refugee community estimate there may be another 30,000 unregistered. Since there are no refugee camps in Malaysia, the uprooted end up in cities like Kuala Lumpur.
In light of this, facing a population that's scattered throughout a vast geographic vista and a population that's frequently mobile, reaching them and trying to provide services to them can be quite a challenge.
City life poses problems for the refugees and also for those trying to help them. In the urban context, refugees tend to blend into the crowd, and trying to locate, identify, and assist these people is a challenge, especially when they're afraid. This sewing group was formed to help refugee women to support their families and to give them more confidence in their new environment. Many come here to work together once a week, but mostly they work from home, creating handmade traditional crafts that are sold overseas and at local markets. Sui Par is a refugee and teaches other women how to sew. Healthcare is one of the biggest worries for the refugees. They can't afford to go to private clinics, and many can't communicate with the doctors, so they need specialized services. This clinic is staffed by volunteers who speak the local languages and understand their circumstances. While there are services to help, the refugees' primary preoccupation remains security. They feel completely vulnerable every time they leave their apartments. UNHCR registers refugees and asylum seekers and issues them a refugee ID card. Registration allows UNHCR to have a record of each refugee and their protection needs. Once they have the card, refugees feel less vulnerable, but it's not a guarantee of complete safety.
What we've learned from the refugees is that they do live in a constant state of fear of law enforcement agencies. Many refugees talk to us about raids that's done in order to weed out the undocumented migrants, where refugees are also swept up in these operations. And of course, this creates a constant state of stress and fear for the refugees.
For the refugees, life can easily become a vicious cycle of insecurity and poverty. They arrive in debt because they owe money to a smuggler. They can't work, so they borrow more. When they're detained, they are obliged to pay fines, and they rarely get ahead, and many families fall into a spiral of despair.
Atu kan sining kan bawa ithen kadu mi chu kasadu thak cho hai le hin kan thinking ten tlei khi au ti law na hun la rama hen musilo hangam ten kan sungkhar hen hangam te hen chang musi tlei khi Malaysia hen Malaysia chua ta ko se ti mi he kasadu tha jam mi kadu jam mi pathian se mi tha ka jam jong ka jam mi se